You've got something on your face.
What?
Just here?
There?
Yeah. No.
Gone? Has it gone now?
Well, what kind of...
Where is he?
He's coming. Look at you.
What? What are you talking about?
Step left, step right. Dancing all over the room.
Stop it.
Calm down.
I am calm. I'm standing perfectly still.
You are now, but before you got spasm speech off.
Stop criticising me. I'm very cool about all this.
You're not cool about anything.
It's just one of those days, one of those meetings, you know? There's no reason to be particularly fussed about it.
Now you're fussed.
I mean, he's just a man, isn't he?
I believe so.
With a job to do.
Did you wear that deliberately?
Did I wear what deliberately?
Your suit.
Yes, I wore my suit deliberately. Yes, I didn't accidentally wear it. What does that even mean?
It means your suit looks cheap.
Yeah, well, I didn't wear it for you.
No. I think you wore it because you think it's your best one. But actually, I think the other one, the one you wear every day, I think that's better.
Oh, you really are a bitch.
Hey, I'm just saying, since we're waiting, since we're making conversation best as we can, could be saying your suit is as great as you think it is. So now, expressing my opinion, and not being a bitch, it should be great by making conversation forward.
You've never liked me.
Where the fuck is this coming from?
Are we ready?
We look ready, don't we? Stupid fucking question.
Is he going to wear that suit?
For fuck's sake!
Yes, yes.
Talk to me, I'm here, look!
Why is he wearing his best one?
That's what I was saying.
This is my best one.
Oh, right.
Look.
Really?
Look, you see, you have to accept it now. Your suit will count against you. Tony agrees.
Alright, I won't make an effort next time.
I don't think there'll be a next time. Not for you. I mean, from my point of view, your suit is good news. Your suit is exactly what I want to see you wearing. Means I'm one up before we've begun. I was just right from last.
He should be here. Have you heard anything from him?
What?
We're in the same room. You heard what I said, so why did you just say what? I said, have you heard anything? Instead of replying, you said what? So it wasn't that you didn't hear me. It's implying your contempt for my question. What? I go fix you sometimes.
Why would he call me?
You're the team leader, officially, anyway.
Officially? Ooh, ouch. I'm offended. No, he knows what time we're meeting, so why would he call? He's always on time. He knows where we are. I don't understand your question. Hence my reply. What?
It's still there.
What?
The thing.
Where? I thought you said it was...
Yeah, but got kind of...
Have you got a mirror?
Sorry.
Yeah, if it looked like you, I wouldn't bother either.
Compliment, thank you, Thomas.
No, I meant...
I know what you meant. There's mirrors in the bathroom. Thomas, do you know where the bathroom is?
Yes! But I don't want to leave here, do I? In case he gets here when I'm gone, so...
Okay. Fine. but I really think you should have a look. I mean, it's really...
Mate's favour. It's really...
Okay, I see. You're fucking with me.
On your head be it, literally.
You really are not sexy. I want to say that. You should know that.
Thank you, Thomas, but your opinion is one of the least important.
So fucking icy. I could take you to a country hotel, put you in front of the fire, leave you all night, and I guarantee you'd still be as fucking frozen as you are now. Icy. Hard. Tight.
Tight, Isobel. He said tight.
I know, what a weird thing to say. What do you mean, tight?
Tight! Anal, you're just sucked up. It's like I'm keeping everything in, you know? Tight, tight, tight!
Come on.
I mean, it's in the very unlikely event of anyone trying to fuck you, Isobel. They'd knock, and they'd knock. There's no one at home, is there? Not in that department. I have a feeling the door's been shut so long you don't know if it opens. Probably don't even know where the door is.
Jesus, Tony, what can he mean? I have a feeling it must be a metaphor of some kind.
Do you remember when I was telling you about the suit?
Yes.
I was only messing.
Right.
I was standing outside, heard your conversation, heard what you were talking about, and thought it would be, funny to join in.
Okay. So, the suit.
The suit's fine.
Okay. And have I got something on my head?
Yes, you do. It's just on the right. Okay. Just on. No, you're right. Yeah, no, nearly. Sorry, mate. It's quite distracting. When were you born?
What?
Or was that contempt?
Contempt.
So?
Why do you want to know?
Why are you being so cagey?
I'm not cagey, I'm careful. I'm careful with you because what do you do all the time?
What we do all the time. Thomas, I have no idea what you're talking about. We're just talking to you, aren't we? Just asking you a perfectly simple question. Basic kind of simple. The kind of thing you say. And yet there's still no sign of a response from you, is there? Still no sign. Just standing there, looking like a startled sheep or something.
Ringwood.
I'm sorry.
Where I was born.
Ringwood.
Yeah.
That's in the New Forest. Yeah?
Why?
Why is it in the New Forest?
Why do you have to know where I'm born?
And what did your dad do?
Why are you suddenly asking me all these questions? You're such a couple of shits.
I haven't spoken in what? A minute?
Your father, what did he do?
I'm not saying.
Is it embarrassing?
No, I'm keeping my life to myself. Why would I tell you to use it against me?
Against? Oh, Thomas, come on, we're just talking to you. We're just making conversation. That's a nice thing for us to do, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying.
You take everything so seriously, Thomas. I mean, fuck, we could just sit in silence. Rather.
He was a maths teacher.
A maths teacher.
What?
Funny.
What did yours do?
He is a surgeon.
What, he still is?
Still is. Yep. Still got hands. Steady as a rock. Still the fox I think he is these days. Nurses, they love him. He tells me all these stories whenever we're out at the pub or playing golf together. Still very fit, you see. Very youthful. Tells me these stories whenever we go out walking together. But your father, you said he was a maths teacher. Was. So he must be older than mine? And you said he's not a maths teacher anymore, so he must be retired?
Dead.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Look, I really don't want to talk about this.
What did he die of? Was it maths? Because I hate maths.
What did your dad do?
Me.
What?
He did me. He used me.
I don't believe a fucking word you say.
Oh, thank you, Thomas. Tell you this thing, this secret that's actually quite personal.
Well, if it was true, you wouldn't just come out and say it like that, like I was abused. You'd be more...
Or you're trying to tell me how to behave.
You're a lying cow. This is... Do you know if that's true?
What?
That...
Yes, I know if it's true.
And?
You're being quite insensitive, Thomas. You know, when Isobel was a child, her father used to come into her room and do things to her. She's told me all about it. And she'll give you the details if you want, but trust me, you don't want. When she told me, it made my eyes water. But not with tears, Thomas. With pain. Excruciating hurt.
Well, all right. If it's true, then I'm really so very, very sorry. It must be awful, Isobel. The flowers are on their way, believe me. But even if it isn't complete crap, I can't think of why you want to bring it up now other than to use it.
Use it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to leave in a minute.
Yeah. I believe you, okay? Whatever you want.
Maybe now you can see why your tight comment earlier was a bit offensive?
There's no excuse for being a bitch now.
You always called me a bitch. You never say anything about him.
Okay, Thomas, look. My father isn't a surgeon, alright? I lied. He's a taxman. He sits at home all day. Hardly speak.
See? He's always fucking with you and you never stand up to him. Be a man, have some fucking balls. Then someone might find you attractive. At last, Thomas, you might suddenly become even just a bit impressive. They might keep you on.
I don't need advice.
Stop staring at the floor. Stop shuffling around like an autistic penguin. Don't pick your teeth. Don't slouch. Stand up straight. Stand up to him. You never know, you might win. I mean, you won't, but you might.
What did I do? There must have been a day, ages ago, when I did something to you two that pissed you off.
No.
And since then, you decided to make my life absolutely...
No, there was a day like that.
Look, this again. Look, mate, Thomas, mate. Me and Isobel, we're both very normal people. You seem to have it, yeah, in your noggin. And we're both always out to get you, and we're not. Promise, really. Promise.
It's paranoia.
Paranoia. Right.
Did you have a history of mental illness in your family?
Actually,
Yes.
my mother died of Alzheimer's.
That's a bit sick,
What?
making that up.
Oh, making up some abuse story, isn't?
I wasn't making it up. But this Alzheimer's thing,
What?
come,
How do you know?
you twitch. Your right eyebrow gets worse when you lie. Like Pinocchio's nose.
You know, apparently for the last lot that had to do this, he took him into his office, asked him a few questions, gave him a few drinks, then asked him a few more questions. You see, that's the way he likes to do things. You know, he respects people who can handle their drink, you know, who can mix business with pleasure. Because as he sees it, that's where the real work is done. So, that's the way he chooses. Calls it doing his weeding.
Really?
But you don't drink, do you?
As if you forgot.
Well, I'm sure he won't mind if you don't take part.
Of course he'll mind, if that's his assessment, if that's how he decides, of course he'll bloody mind.
Would you drink if that was how it was done? If that was actually how you decided, would you sacrifice your morals for staying on here?
Yeah, of course, it's not.
So this whole not drinking.
Look, I've never drunk, I prefer it that way, but it's not a thing if I had to.
Yeah, but if you've never drunk before, and then you did, even one, you'd be out and under in seconds. It would be embarrassing. No, Thomas, you would do much better to say, sorry sir, I don't drink.
Why do you hate me?
Oh, okay, Thomas, yeah, we hate you, fine, whatever. Okay?
I just realised,
Do you have a girlfriend?
everything I thought I knew about you, you could have made it all up, couldn't you?
Joe, right?
So like, I think you live in this top floor flat in the centre of town, and in the basement car park you keep a Porsche, which was a gift from your uncle. And you have a girlfriend called Cindy who works as a model and lives in Paris, and you trained an architect but gave it up, and 5 years ago got your pilot's license. But now that I'm saying this all out loud, all that, it sounds
Unconvincing, doesn't it?
Thomas. You're very strangely proportioned.
And you as well, you beat anyone.
I asked you a question.
What?
Girlfriend?
Why? Are you offering?
Ha 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 ha. No, I wasn't offering.
Do you know something?
Something? What?
It looks like
If
you...
I knew something, why would I ask?
No. I don't have a girlfriend.
No, I can't imagine the sort of girl.
Have you printed out your sales figures?
No.
Oh.
What?
Nothing.
Have you?
Of course.
Do you think I'll want those sales figures?
Well, it's possible, isn't it? Given that's the nature of the meeting.
Likely, I'd say.
You as well.
Absolutely. Why? What have you done?
I just thought this was a preliminary chat.
Did you?
Thomas, we've not only printed out our individual and collective sales figures, but we've also compiled a report on this first 6 months.
See?
Haven't you?
When did you decide this?
I think last Tuesday.
Not the fucking figures. The idea, if both of you work together, you'll both be through and I'll be the one who'll go.
You think there's a plan? Do you think that one day, me and Isobel sat down and said, yeah, if we really undermine this little one, you know, this thing with oddly shaped shoulders, if we keep just denting his confidence, then at some point he'll fuck up and we'll go through.
Exactly.
You think we get on? Him and me? I hate him even more than I hate you. I mean, yes, you're like any physically odd man. Brainless gestures, yapping away. It does get annoying. But effectively, you're harmless. He, on the other hand, is a fucking predator. He's hard and fast. He's incredibly selfish. He runs marathons so he can sleep with the charity workers. He is, in fact, desperate to sleep with me, which I don't want to do. I mean, not that I wouldn't. If you look at his torso, he's built like a shit house. We should do that, actually. Show me your torso in a minute.
Fine.
But unfortunately for me, and Tony, I can't sleep with him because of my problem we discussed earlier. You did sleep with my friend Julie. Took her for a ride in boat centres. Told her all this stuff he said he felt and then left. She was really very upset. Thought she found this stood right. That same month, he went behind my back on the Stratton deal. Do you remember that one I had? He went right behind my back and clinched it. I mean, he's a real threat. You should see how he treats me when you're not there. When you're not there, him and me, like a bear and a lion. I can trust him as far as I can throw him. I can't throw him, Thomas. That's obvious. Go on then, show me your torso.
Right.
What are you doing? Oh, for fuck's sake, Mr. Carter comes in.
Oh, he won't. He phoned me earlier. Told me he was going to be 20 minutes late.
You said he hadn't called.
Well, I asked you why he would, but never said he hadn't. Stand up then.
I don't want to see your fucking torso.
Come on, stand up. Up. Come on, I say boo. Isobel, help him.
Come on.
Don't fucking touch me.
Fuck, you don't hit women, yeah? Your mum teach you that.
Stand up, or we'll be nasty.
You are being nasty.
Really nasty. Okay then. Now.
See what I mean? Shithouse. Could be his name. Tony Shithouse. Sheer muscular wanker. Not like you. Flabby little thing, aren't you? He's boiled down. He's a piranha.
Touch it.
I'm not doing this. Put it down.
Oh, touch it. Go on.
If I touch it, will you both sit down?
Promise. Alright, now your whole hand.
You said.
I lied. Okay, look. Put your whole hand on it, and we'll promise we'll sit down, okay? Leave you alone. Alright?
Yeah.
Alright, now your face.
Okay.
I will.
I've got other things to be thinking about right now. They might not matter to you.
Oh, come on, Thomas. We're just having a bit of fun. It's what we're saying. Lighten up.
If I do it, will you do it afterwards?
Then we'll sit down.
Yeah.
Fine. No, actually no, I don't have to do this.
You made me a
It
deal.
doesn't mean anything. Put your face against his chest. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is put your face against his chest? Oh, I know, let's play that game. Yeah, you know the one where you put your face against his chest. No, I've had enough.
He said he'd do it.
I know.
And now you're what? Going back on it.
Yeah, I'm going back on it. I'm really sorry. I apologise profusely.
Isabel said if she did it, you do it. That was the deal.
I'm going back on the deal.
You can't.
I have.
You can't.
I have. Look, we've only got 5 minutes now until Carter gets here. Well, stay, haven't you? Is there anything else other than the fact that he's running late? Any other little bits of information you're supposed to?
Thomas, we're still talking to you. We still have an issue for you to resolve. As your team leader, I don't like my work colleagues running around playing stupid buggers with each other, making promises they can't keep. Now come over here and put your face against my chest.
Don't start using all that team leader stuff. You don't give a crap about any of that. You have no authority over me. In a minute, Carter's going to come in here. Pick 2 of us to carry on. Send 1 of us out. Do you really want to explain to him what the problem is? Are you really going to say, Mr. Carter, Isabel put her face against my chest on the understanding that Thomas would also do the same, and now he won't? You say that, you'll sound about 5 years old, won't you?
I'm really surprised.
I know.
We were just having a bit of fun.
He just doesn't get it, does he?
You seem to be one of those people. I can imagine you at school, never really getting on with the other kids. Always on the outside. Lights go up on the school trip, you want to go straight to sleep. You get upset at the others for talking. They all bunk off physics. You're the only one that goes in. Is that what it was like? I can see that in your uniform. Problem with being a little man, isn't it? You have short trousers your whole life.
I'm not little.
You are.
So are you going to do this then or not?
Are you still talking about it?
I'm standing here with my shirt up, waiting.
No, I'm not.
Unbelievable. What a prick.
Oh look, I have got a mirror. Do you want to borrow it?
No.
Are you sure? I really think you have a look.
Shut up.
Shut up. Right. Right.
Why did your dad call you Thomas? Was he Christian? Because it's not a very nice name, is it? Thomas. Thomas the Tank Engine. Tom Arse. I suppose you don't really notice it, do you? Because most people called Thomas call themselves Tom, which is perfectly normal. That's a perfectly normal name, but you actually choose to go by Thomas. I find that really strange.
I've always been Thomas.
At school?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's more.
More?
I think it's better.
No. You said more.
What?
Well, more.
Distinguished than Tom. Yes.
Distinguished. Distinguished.
Tony's a stupid name. Sounds old.
Old? No.
I always liked Tony as a name.
Thanks, Isabel. I've always liked your name.
Thank you.
I've always liked Isabel.
Are you coming on to me?
I mean, he said he liked it too.
He was going on to me. So,
Sorry to disappoint. I just like the name.
you know you can get stuff for hair loss.
I'm not losing my hair.
Oh. Tony, I was having a chat about that thing you said.
About the second series.
Yeah, she said you were completely right, but she had a theory of her own.
Oh, anybody can have a theory.
She said to tell you she'll be in the checkers later to discuss it.
Oh, good. You coming?
Well, not if you and her want some.
Oh, no, it's not one of them. It's a Thursday. Plans will be there.
Flangers!
Yeah.
Oh, I love him. He's so funny. Clangers is this guy in the pub.
Yeah, on a Thursday. You know. Oh, you don't drink, do you? Is that why you're never there?
No one's ever told me.
What about pub on Thursdays? You must have heard. You must have heard everybody talking about it, no, Isabel?
I assumed you would.
Oh no. Oh, sorry, Thomas.
Do you want to come tonight?
Why are you asking?
You might want to drown your sorrows.
Me? Why me? Why not you?
Because you're not staying here in your job.
You don't know that.
I'm not being funny, but do you want to know what we both know? Thomas, do you want to know what we both know?
Only if it's very relevant.
You tell him. He believes you. He thinks I'm a bitch.
Isobel was in the corridor, what, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was on the way back from lunch. And she passed by Mr. Carter in the corridor, and he said to her, and I quote, "I don't want you worrying about this procedure. It isn't meant for people like you," which kind of means we know she's through.
Yeah. So I said, well, thank you, sir. Thank you for telling me. You know, it's a weight off my shoulders. Phew. And I know it's a cheeky question, but who will I be working with out of the other two? And he said, well, don't tell anyone, but it won't be a short, fat one. As we established earlier, I think that means you.
I'm not short.
You are.
I'm really not.
Have you seen it?
Look, he hasn't made his decision. He wouldn't tell you. He wouldn't say that.
Okay. But he did, so...
He wouldn't.
I was just trying to be nice, and tell you all the facts in advance, but clearly you don't want to know.
Look, if I believed you, if I really believed what you're saying, I wouldn't stick around, would I? I'd just go if I thought I'd lost.
Well, yes. Thought you could save face.
I've been here 2 years.
Doesn't really seem to have been a thing these days. I've only been here 6 months and I'm staying on. How weird's that?
You don't know anything. Just a clever way of getting rid of me.
Fine.
Hello, hello.
Mr. Carter.
I'd say I'm sorry I'm late, but I'm not. And you knew, didn't you? I told Tony I was running late. I assume he told you my schedule had slipped.
We've had an issue, sir.
What?
A disagreement.
Really?
Just now, while we were waiting.
Have you?
It's not important.
What?
Come on, Thomas. You tell him.
No, you tell him, Tony.
Come on, Thomas. I think it's better if you lay it out.
What's the matter?
They were just playing a stupid game, that's all.
What game?
Tony lifted up his shirt and Isabel said, if I put my face against his chest, will you do the same? And she did, but then I didn't want to. So I said no, and then they both had to go back on the deal, but there wasn't really a deal in the first place.
Why do I need to hear this?
Tony brought it up.
Tony?
I think there's been some sort of misunderstanding, sir. I was referring to whether or not we were supposed to bring supporting paperwork.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Sorry, sir. I really don't know.
Isabel?
Sorry, Thomas, you're saying he pulled his shirt up and what?
No, I'm sorry, my mistake. I thought we were talking about something else.
Well, I haven't got this time to lose, to be honest, with you talking nothing like this. And the answer to you supposed to be bringing supporting paperwork is of course. That's what I told you, Tony. I told you to make that clear to everyone.
Fine. I didn't get that, Mr. Sir.
You didn't bring any supporting paperwork?
No.
Why not?
Well, I didn't know I was supposed to bring it. I assumed this was just a chat.
Tony, why didn't you tell him?
I did, sir, and I emailed him. I can dig it out for you.
No, it's too late for that. We'll just have to manage. What was your name?
Sir?
What was your name? I've forgotten.
Thomas.
Tom, that's right, Tom. Let's have a look at your...
Do you want me to summarise my things?
What?
Do you want me to tell you what we would have brought in if I...
No. These are very good, you two.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a difficult thing, this, I'm sure you appreciate. When faced with the need to downsize, when faced with the need to conduct a cull, if I can call it that, which I think I can, in fact, I think that's quite a good word for what we're doing, a cull, to save the species, by which I mean the rest of us, from extinction. So I've been having these meetings, face to face, with each team, to ask a few questions, and get the sense hands-on, so to speak, as to who should go. You understand, I don't believe in doing this through sales figures, staring at a graph, however impressive these may be. Because when it comes down to it, you too. What?
Nothing.
When it comes down to it, we're people, aren't we? Every single one of us. We deserve to be treated as human beings.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Not simple product. I mean, it happens to me too. Already from being here, from being face to face, I'm drawn to some conclusions. I'm going to be quite honest in this interview. I hope you don't mind. But I'll tell you what they are. Isobel uses her looks to compensate for a certain amount of insecurity. Tony comes from a privileged background, I think, from the way he ties his tie, from his shoes, the way he speaks to me. He's had a privileged background. Unlike, what was his name?
Thomas.
Tom is most definitely a comprehensive boy. Comped by done good. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's just when it comes down to survival of the fittest, it's about performance. There's no room for quotas or positive discrimination. It's about presentation. Presentation is key. You can quote me on that. Please do. Tom, you have a stain on your jacket.
Oh.
You should have worn your best one. Right, sit down, love. I'm going to have a drink if you don't mind.
No.
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm sorry.
I'm alright for a drink.
I wasn't offering.
Okay.
I wasn't offering you a drink. You're still at work. I've had a long morning. I can afford to relax a little. You're still fighting for your jobs. I wasn't offering you to get drunk. Is that what you need, Tom? A bit of Dutch courage?
No, I'm sorry.
Right then. You don't work well as a team. That's clear. I've seen your results. You're fine on your own, but bad as a team. Why?
Thomas, yes.
Right.
It's his fault, sir. We just don't get on with him. It's his fault. He's the one who should go. We both agree on that.
My decision.
Well, it's your decision, absolutely, sir. But we've been working with Thomas for quite some time now, and we thought we'd save you some time by giving you the benefit, so to speak, of our experience. Thomas is difficult to work with. He has difficulty communicating with people because his presentational skills are non-existent. On top of this, he often comes into work with dandruff and bad breath, which can be extremely off-putting to clients and clearly distracts him from the task at hand.
I've also found, sir, that he has issues with women. I think since his relationship finished 6 months ago, he's developed a real resentment towards us. He often uses sexist language, and I believe that far from having a professional relationship with me, he fantasizes about something sexual a lot of the time. Knowing this makes me feel particularly uncomfortable in his presence.
Are you uncomfortable now?
Safely, sir.
Can I answer that, sir?
Where we finished, I think you should. So you think he's simply a bad apple?
An average 10% of employees underperform, and if it weren't for current workplace laws, they would be made redundant. I think one of the few benefits of this current recession and consequent redundancies is the clearing away of some of the chaff. And I do believe him to be prime chaff. Yes, I see no reason for you to have to continue on employing the three of us if you have to cut staff by a third, which you do. I think when you have the three of us in front of you, you should have no difficulty in making the correct decision. I think, by any criteria, you've let the right one go.
You two seem to have this all sewn up.
This isn't bias, sir. This is simply about business, about sales things.
It's bullying!
You see what we mean, sir? He says one thing in all of this, and it becomes personal, when nothing we were saying was personal at all.
Bullying?
Yes, they just don't like me. This has nothing to do with business.
They say they don't get on with you.
That's not my fault.
No?
No, look, they have something going on between the two of them and it leaves me out. I think I've been unlucky to be put with them. Maybe they're in a relationship or something. I don't know. I'm not part of their little clique. There's obviously something going on here, which means all that they've said, their ability to get on with me, is biased. And the work of the team is compromised by their personal feelings towards me. Look, I'm here to do a job. I'm not here to make friends, but for whatever reason, they feel compelled to torment me.
Torment?
Yes, and I've had enough. I want to make an official complaint of harassment and bullying.
You want to make an official complaint?
Yes, absolutely. I can put up with a certain amount, but if it's going to get to this, it's actually going to affect the outcome, something like this.
You're making me feel like a school teacher, Tom.
No, sir.
Like a babysitter. Like I have to protect you.
No, that's not.
You're an adult.
I know.
Stand up for yourself.
I have stopped myself, but
It's always been as simple as that. Standing up for myself. In my experience, anyway. I've been put off by my work colleagues. I was single-minded.
yeah, but that's you, sir. But I'm me, and we're different. And I do try. I'm not bad at my job. I just don't go around sticking knives on other people's backs.
You think that's what they're doing?
I think so, yes. I think it's all basically fun for them. They want to hurt me.
Look, Tom, you do realise you're not doing yourself any favours here, using emotive language like that. Talking about knives and backs or whatever. Looks to me as if they are professionals, and that you can't keep up with them.
But I can't keep up. But I'm not being attacked every day when I'm on the train this morning, every single day, just going over and over, worrying about what's going to happen when I get into work with the, I'll overhear them saying something about me, when they'll give me the right bits of information. He didn't tell me about the figures today.
Tom.
I could prepare if I knew, but they deliberately let me pissing in the fucking Tom!
Right!
Oh, sorry.
You don't work well as a team, that's clear. The two of you are outstanding. Tom, well, for whatever reason, it's not working out for you here, so we're going to let you go. We'll give you official notice on this and so forth, but we're operating a policy that you can leave as soon as you like. Please speak to Pauline and Human Resources, she'll give you the details of the full package, but the sooner the better, I think, yes? I'm sorry this has to happen, but there we are. I think in this particular case, we'll all actually be happier.
I think so.
Yes.
I won't get another job.
I'm sorry?
The way things are at the moment. I won't find something else. I won't be happier.
You seem a bit, doesn't seem like it.
I want to stay here. It's unfair.
I'm sorry?
I can appeal.
You can.
Right.
And if you win, and stay, I'll make your life a nightmare. Because I don't like to be told what I can and can't do. And if you lose, they fix your record. It goes in a reference. So yes, you can. Appeal. Or you can just go, quietly. Right. See you later.
Short? The meeting was short. You are so paranoid.
I thought he'd ask a lot more questions.
So did I.
I suppose the decision must have been really clear,
Really obvious.
really definite that one of us just wasn't up to muster. Sorry, Thomas.
Sorry, mate.
Not your day, really, is it?
When is your day? Perhaps you've already had it.
Fuck off.
Ooh. Ouch.
Shame. You'd hope for a bit of grace or something.
You hope for a bit of dignity. You know, after all this time working together as colleagues, you'd hope that he'd understand. That all's fair when it comes down to it. That it's just the bottom line, you know, just the way the cookie crumbles. You'd hope he wouldn't hold it against us. And that maybe, just maybe, we might even be able to have a little hug. Like they do on The Apprentice. You know, when one of them's been kicked off and, you know, they sometimes share a little hug, don't they? Shall we do that, Thomas? Shall we have a hug? Come on, let's have a hug. Come on.
Fuck off.
Come here. There. It's alright. Anyway, I'm going to set. Got some paperwork to be done for this afternoon. You don't mind if I leave you here to,
No, I'm quite able to.
pop up? Yes, right. Well, Thomas. Unlucky, mate. Sure you'll find something soon. I'm sure something will come your way. Maybe. I'm sure there are some jobs going that nobody else wants. Perhaps you might, you know, fall into one of them. Maybe. Oh, and one more thing, Thomas. You've still got it, mate. You've still got it.
Right.
Yeah, just here.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Got it. Just here. You're right, just here. No? Never mind.
feel really sorry for you.
It's all right, you can go.
No, Thomas, I do. I'm feeling sorrow right now. You're a kid, don't you? You do. I know you do. So, you don't need to hide it. You've got a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tough. What's its name? Is it Harry? It is Harry. I know it is. You know how I know this? It's because once when we left work, I was walking behind you, I see you in front of me, you walked all the way down the road, I saw you meet this woman in a coffee shop. It wasn't a nice coffee shop, it was a Costa or something, not even a good one, shit Costa. I waited outside, she had a little toddling little thing, and I saw you go to the loo, at which point I ran in. Said, oh, I was hoping to catch you. I pretended I was in a hurry. And I had a little chat with Marion. Is that her name? Your ex. She told me about Harry. I said I was a colleague and you were taking ages in the toilet, actually. We talked about it. I didn't know what you were up to in there. But I might really good long talk about you. And that conversation with her gave me quite a lot of crucial information, which I've always known. When you tried to lie or hide things or whatever, I've always known things about your life that you don't know I know. I know you have to pay Marion that certain amount every month. And when she finds out that you're out of work, well, her low estimation of you will drop even further. It will. I promise. She won't be surprised. It's a really tragic thing for you. She won't be like, oh my god, you lost your job, oh my god. She'll be like, yeah, of course he lost his job, fucking retard. Good thing I got up when I could. I don't want to let him see Harry too much. Don't want Harry to grow up in the distorted, disabled image of his fucking drip of a father. I expect that's what she'll think. Oh, it's tough, isn't it? Life is a lot more difficult than you imagined it would be. I mean, I'm sure you thought it would be difficult, but that through sheer hard work and determination and fair play and long hours and, in your case, perspiration, you would come through and in the end succeed because you thought that despite everything, it was, in this country at least, a meritocracy, that fair play and honest, transparent behaviour at work would be rewarded, that bad people like me would fall at the wayside, good people like you would triumph. That's what you thought, isn't it? Oops.
Don't you feel any guilt?
Guilt? No. Sorrow, yes. Guilt.
About what you've done, about doing this to me. You didn't need to bring me down like that. You could have just left it in his hands. You've been horrible to me all these months. Don't you feel any?
No.
You don't feel anything.
No, I don't feel anything like that because, well, I think I know at my heart that if it wasn't me doing this to you, it would be someone else. I think I actually know, in the deepest bit of my heart, that you bring all of this on yourself. I don't behave like this to most people. I just let most people get on with their lives or share a joke or whatever, but for some reason with you, I really feel the need to bring you down. I think it might be an evolved thing in a society and a culture that if we see someone who's going to fuck up the rest of us because they're stupid or slow or weak or ugly or has dandruff or something, we have the need to bring them down first to strengthen the tribe. That's all I'm doing with this. That's why I'm so inexplicably drawn to you all the time. Poking and poking and poking and poking and poking and fucking poking. Tony and me, well, we are awful to you, you're right, you're not imagining it, but that's why. Because I think it's instinct. I think it's actually everywhere. I think it's how things are supposed to be. I also don't think you'll see much of your son growing up. You're right, you said, Carter. You won't get another job easily. I bet this one was a stretch, really, wasn't it? So you know the next one won't come easy, and you don't really seem to be the type of little friends. So I expect you'll go home in a minute on your own, call your mum or your best mate, and you'll tell them what's happened, and you'll be a bit sympathetic, but ultimately they won't be surprised. Actually, they'll be annoyed that now this is on their plate as well. My idiot son who can't keep his job, my best mate who I made friends with, and whoa! Nearly hit me! Physically! Physical violence against a woman! Lucky I did my self-defense classes, you could have had me, I wasn't live and brilliant.
Fuck off!
Have another go! Try and hit me again! I'm like a cat. I prance, I jump. I'm like a Soviet gymnast. I'm really perfect, physically and mentally. Have you ever noticed that? People with goodly, physically fit bodies tend to the minds to man. Your brain's a bit weedy. I'm short. Are you tired yet? Oh, go on. One last go.
Leave me alone.
Come on, Thomas. Come on. Ouch. Are you all right? I'm just going to leave you here. But before I do, we clubbed together in the office and got you this. And a feeling of you could be going and thought we'd save time. Irish whiskey. Single malt. You don't drink, do you? Oh. Well, do you want it anyway? Because a drink might be just the thing when you wake up. Thomas! Okay. We didn't bother with the card. Most of us couldn't remember who you were anyway, so. Alright. Good luck.
Production, come upstage. Yeah, we've got some. Yeah, have a drink. We got flowers for everyone. Come into my office, everyone. And this is fine. I don't know what guys, these people, these production have been amazing. They've made a quick turnaround in this play. So much. It's been so much. It would not be the play it is. I'm going to make it short and sweet because they try. But honestly, it's been a quick turnaround, and they've made it so much fun. And they booked this venue outside of the guild because anyway. We have to book it, we have to organise these things, and it's just been a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. But thank Thank you so much for making it so easy for us.
Thank you to everyone who's come and support us tonight, and to all the other audiences on Sunday and Monday. It's been amazing to work with the cast, and like Theo said, in such a short amount of time. They've been amazing through every rehearsal, learned their lines so quickly, and I'm really proud to be there. So thank you.
Really bright up the room.